Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Pro Wrestling Collision. I'm Kevin Huntsberger, joined by owner and executive producer Chris Hagstrom, Pro Wrestling Ponderings editor Jerome Cuson, who's normally in your seat, is not here tonight, Chris.
No, he's not, Kevin, and the reason being is because of the actions of what had happened at episode 4. As you can see, we have amped up security for the entire event. We're going to make sure that things aren't supposed to happen that aren't supposed to happen. And Kevin, I appreciate you being here. Jerome Cuson is not here because he's doing this for Bob Fester. He is protesting the fact that Bob Fester was assaulted by Bull Bronson. Bull Bronson has been suspended indefinitely, and I can guarantee, Kevin, we are going to have order to this chaos.
I appreciate the effort, Chris, because the safety of the fans and of the folks here working should come first and foremost.
Let's get to the ring for our first contest.
Our opening contest is scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Making their way to the ring, being accompanied by Gaylord Stevens and Jay Wellington Beauregard at a combined weight of 415 pounds, J.J. Garrett and the Old School Warrior, Axe Allwardt.
This is quite a motley crew, you might say. The Old School Warrior Axe Allwardt on a mission to find a tag team partner, and he's found one in J.J. Garrett.
He certainly has, Kevin.
And their opponents at a combined weight of 373 pounds, it is the team of Jeff O'Shea and Mallaki Mathews.
Mallaki Mathews and Jeff O'Shea making their Pro Wrestling Collision debut along with J.J. Garrett here, Chris, and we're going to find out what all three of these individuals have to offer. And of course, Axe Allwardt, a veteran of Southern Illinois wrestling around the region, on this mission to find a partner, kind of trying to reinvent himself still, I think.
Well, I think Axe Allwardt trying to break in the fresh face, the young J.J. Garrett, as you see. It is certainly Axe Allwardt has the age amongst all three men in the ring right now. But Axe Allwardt, being the Old School Warrior, he knows how to reinvent himself, and he has to do that with new blood. As we call for the bell to get things started.
And it's going to be J.J. Garrett starting things off here against Mallaki Mathews. And again, these are two newcomers to Pro Wrestling Collision and to Southern Illinois Wrestling. Chris, I have not seen either or any of these three men compete here, but I do know that J.J. Garrett is quite an accomplished wrestler in the Midwest, as known as a high flyer, and in many promotions around the region is undefeated. So we'll see what he can offer here to the Old School Warrior Axe Allwardt. I would presume that's why he chose J.J. Garrett as his tag team partner here tonight.
Axe Allwardt is not a stupid man. He is a smart individual who knows what he's looking for. As I believe that is Mallaki Mathews and J.J. Garrett that are locked up in that ring. It is Mathews that is on the left. Now the center of your screen, stepping on J.J. Garrett's foot with the takedown.
Nice takedown, goes into a pinning combination. Referee acknowledges a 2 count, and Mathews goes for a cover as well.
Another quick cover here. 1 count only, and Kevin, this action is fast-paced and furious.
Sweeping those legs, knocking the opponent down, trying to get the advantage here.
And the crowd appreciates that as they stand and applaud. And a handshake. Look at that.
And Axe Allwardt and the Gaylord Stevens and Jay Wellington Beauregard questioning that move. As we know, these are three of the most despicable and underhanded individuals in all of professional wrestling.
Well, I wouldn't call them despicable and underhanded. I'd call them crafty and knowing their ring awareness, Kevin. I'm not trying to defend them by any stretch of the imagination, but again, I am the owner of Pro Wrestling Collision. I do need to remain impartial.
Get that camera out of here!
That is true. I need to work on my impartiality as well. And we are going to see now for the first time Jeff O'Shea in the ring now with J.J. Garrett.
We have a quick lockup, and Kind of an arm bar trying to lock it in. Now he's got it locked in. And a little snap on the corner of the elbow there. Now he's got the arm bar locked in.
And tag team wrestling is something Pro Wrestling Collision is looking to add more of, and finding talent from all over the Midwest, and certainly doing that right now. And wondering if Axe Allwardt and Garrett are able to pick up a win here. Would that put them in contention for a tag team title shot? As quick strikes here.
Whoa, and again, those quick strikes again. Look at them as they are just dismantling JJ Garrett. The cover 1, 2.
Able to kick out there at just 2.
Well, you know, Axe Allwardt there is, look at him, he's kind of shaking his head on the ring apron, talking to Jay Wellington Beauregard, who I assume is funding this whole thing.
Yeah, not too impressed so far with the rookie.
And Mallaki Mathews with the knee again, as O'Shea and Mallaki Mathews are dominating JJ Garrett. Cover 1.
Not quite enough, and Garrett, a young individual by the professional wrestling sense of the word, only been in the business about 6 months now. And Axe Allwardt perhaps could do more coaching instead of yelling here.
Look at that, though. He kind of ran in midair to get out Mallaki Mathews. Oh, there goes a dive. How about that?
Right out here onto the floor of the Boys and Girls Club of Carbondale.
Man, you might want to get a permit for that low-flying plane.
Yeah, we want to thank them for having us here once again, being our host, as the action has spilled out to the floor right now.
The 70-year-old floor of the Boys. Wait a minute, though. O'Shea, though, on top here.
More air traffic control in order.
Oh!
High cross body took his partner out as well. And Axe Allwardt still yet to get involved in this contest, and not really doing much to help his partner either.
The high-flying action is knocking my voice up 3 octaves, Kevin. I'm not used to this again.
And Jeff O'Shea dragging now JJ Garrett. And I don't know if that was a tag or just a slap on the back from Axe Allwardt.
Well, I don't know. Well, it looks like referee
this match.
Referee Aaron.
Forearm.
I apologize. Referee Aaron Heller did signal the tag right here as Axe Allwardt getting his first action.
Textbook suplex. Old school warrior Axe Allwardt is his name, and you will see that in his style for sure.
Oh, those fists right to them. You gotta make sure those are open fists too, Heller.
Very reminiscent of the great Harley Race, in my opinion, is Axe Allwardt, and he's now just stepping on the throat of Jeff O'Shea, choking the life out of him, basically here, Chris.
Well, I've talked about this at the top of the show. You gotta have more order and control, and Heller has got to get that control back in this ring.
Snap mare followed up by a fist drop.
Cover 1, 2.
Very nonchalant, though.
Axe Allwardt is dominating here, and now it looks like he wants to tag in Garrett to see if he can get some offense in.
Obviously, Axe Allwardt, the bigger of the 4 men in this contest.
Ooh!
Nice kick there.
He used the momentum of his own muscle on the back of the head. Cover, though. Only 1.
Heller somewhat out of position there to make the 3 count. I don't know that he would have gotten it anyway, though. As JJ Garrett just pounding down on Jeff O'Shea, who's trying to get up and mount some offense here.
Well, Kevin, you know these guys are high flyers. They are very no limits like. Coming up later on in this episode, the No Limits Championship will be on the line as Jay Spade makes his debut in Pro Wrestling Collision. Cover the 1, 2. Only a 2 count, though. Pardon me, Jay Spade takes on Joey O'Reilly for the No Limits Championship.
Yeah, fans around Southern Illinois definitely know who Jay Spade is. We look forward to seeing his debut. And wrestling is there's another beautiful suplex done, this time by JJ Garrett.
Oh, Garrett now seems to have things under control. Cover 1.
Again, not hooking the leg, though. That's critical, I think, to picking up a win in any kind of matchup, but especially here in Pro Wrestling Collision.
Well, you know, I think that Garrett, again, he's young in the business, and Axe Allwardt has maybe have a lot to teach this kid. I mean, look at him. He looks great. He's in shape. But now, wait a minute, though. O'Shea.
Nice snap mare.
Ooh!
Kick right to the back and spine there.
1.
Goes for a count here.
Only like 1.5 it looked like there is. Gaylord Stevens trying to get involved here, and again, Garrett with the lariat.
Gaylord Stevens and Jay Wellington Beauregard in the corner of Axe Allwardt and JJ Garrett, kind of serving as cheerleaders, coaches, the money man, as we know what Jay Wellington Beauregard is here.
He's a very affluent individual here. Is Garrett get? Whoa! O'Shea!
Kid, I think he got him right on the jaw with that.
Now watch it here for Garrett. Oh! beautiful, just spinning kick in midair, and now, oh, that's a rough clothesline, that lariat. That's finished off men before. 1, 2, oh, only a 2 count.
That was close, not gonna get much closer than that. And Allwardt kind of shaking his head in frustration. Again, could be serving more as a mentor and a coach here. And not so doubtful of his partner and his abilities. Clearly, J.J. Garrett has the skills here. We're seeing a lot of impressive moves from all 4 of these individuals.
Well, in tag team wrestling, you got to tag in your partner, keep the fresh man in. That might be where J.J. Garrett has lost some of the momentum here as Jeff O'Shea knocked out Garrett.
I believe he calls that the ode to strife. Mr. O'Shea here.
He's got to make a tag. Both men have to make a tag, Kevin. Wait a minute, though. Allwardt, though, walking away from his partner who's trying to get the tag. Here comes Mathews.
Big clothesline.
Ooh,
Followed up by a boot.
Fans are behind Mathews here, Kevin.
Mallaki Mathews has the full advantage now as Allwardt moved away from his partner.
Ooh.
J.J. Garrett trying to get the momentum back into his corner.
And now there's a tag, and wait a minute, whoa!
Caught him and speared him, but Allwardt, the legal man now. And there's an old school clothesline for you.
Oh, wait a minute, though.
Setting him up.
Oh, uppercut by Allwardt. That is true old school, Kevin.
Followed up by the right fist, and he's going to ram him into the top turnbuckle as well. Just unloading now. Referee Aaron Heller getting in there and making the count. Risking a disqualification. You have until a 5 count here.
Well, now that's O'Shea who made the save, if you will, but Heller's got to get some control in there.
Double team effort going on, and Old School Warrior finding himself.
Oh, not for long, though.
Beautifully done clothesline here.
Look at him. I haven't seen this intensity in Allwardt in a very long time, Kevin.
Seeing some new life in the Old School Warrior.
Oh,
beautiful spine buster.
Right down. X marks the spot. And I think Allwardt is ready to finish this off.
Mallaki Mathews jumped onto the floor here.
He's calling for it, I think,
yeah,
Kevin.
he is. Gaylord Stevens just made the motion as well for the pile driver.
It is one of the most devastating moves in all of professional wrestling. There's a reason why not many people do it, because it is a heck of a move. Watch out here. Oh, my God.
Jeff O'Shea just planted into the ring here, hooks the leg. It's over, folks. It's got to be.
Academic here is the 3. And Allwardt and Jeff O'Shea, or J.J. Garrett, get the win.
And the winners of the match by pinfall, J.J. Garrett and the Old School Warrior, Allwardt.
Allwardt claiming the victory for himself here.
All right, I'm watching. Where's my security at?
You would think that these men would be in line for a tag team title shot at some point against.
Oh, wait a minute! Wait a minute!
Gaylord Stevens just.
No, that's your partner! That's your partner!
The umbrella across the spine, followed up by a pile driver by Allwardt onto J.J. Garrett.
What are you doing? That's your partner!
Allwardt clearly liking life on his own, I suppose, Chris. I don't understand the motivation for this.
Well, Allwardt, I think, just sent a message that J.J. Garrett is not who he's looking for. And look at this. Look at the show of sportsmanship by Mallaki Mathews. Trying to get J.J. Garrett out of there, and I don't blame him. Look at,
These 3 in the ring could take a definite cue from the actions here of Mallaki Mathews, who's helping J.J. Garrett, his opponent, while the partner and his 2 managers, that ruthless aggression coming into play here.
Let him get out of here. Just let him get out. Just let him get out. No, sir. No, sir. Where's my security out here? Hey. They're looking for tag team partners. All right.
Clearly an agenda here. They are looking for a tag team partner for Allwardt. Don't know exactly what their motive is.
Joey O'Reilly. Doesn't matter if they change the name. It doesn't matter if they change the place. It's going to be me and you tonight for that championship. And I feel a little bit that it's mine more than it is yours. And it seems to me everybody's really excited about this night. Everybody's tweeting and they're posting and they're putting, and they got the radio, and I haven't really said anything other than, well, here we go, because unlike you, I'm actually dreading this. I actually don't want to wrestle you because I don't want to hurt you. You see, last time, if you go back and you look, I didn't start punching you. I just actually start putting force behind anything that I was doing until the very last of it. I think that might have been the biggest mistake. So tonight, Joey, rest assured, I'm not going to wait. I'm going to hurt you, even though I don't want to, and I'm sorry, but if this is what I have to do to win this belt, that's fine.
The Boys and Girls Club saved my life. What I mean by that, growing up in the projects of Newark, New Jersey, a lot of negative temptations, drugs, gangs, a lot of bad things. So, mother and father both worked very hard to support the family. So they would say, go in the Boys and Girls Club, play, fulfill your dream. You want to make it in this NBA thing or NFL thing, go in there, play with other kids, but do not leave this building until we come pick you up. And that was my daily routine. But in there, I've learned how to become a people person. I've learned how to become a team player. I've learned how to become a nice guy. I've learned how to become a protector. I've learned how to become a leader. And that's all because of the Boys and Girls Club. Boys and Girls Clubs, great futures start here.
For more information on how you can contribute to the Boys and Girls Club, visit bgc-cdale.org. Got coffee? If not, head to Crossroads Coffee Company in Carterville. But not only do they have a variety of coffee and tea, you can pick up breakfast, lunch, or dinner anytime. That includes the Kevin Huns Burger, an 8-ounce Angus burger on a toasted ciabatta bun and topped with homemade chili, pepper jack cheese, waffle fries, and jalapenos. $2 of each burger goes to the American Cancer Society. Check out the new wine and beer selection and be sure to join them for open mic night. Crossroads Coffee Company, located off Route 13 in Carterville.
If it rocks, it's TAO Rocks. TAO Rock 92.7.